Monkeypox is spreading. Sex workers are fighting back. With nearly 6,000 cases reported in the U.S., monkeypox is spreading fast. Now, it's spread through close, intimate contact. And this outbreak started at a pride and circuit party in Europe and then migrated to America. And that's why this round is disproportionately affecting the gay and male bisexual community. More than 400 cases have been diagnosed in South Florida. In this week's SFGN, online now and on stands tomorrow, I look at an effort to protect an often overlooked community, workers in the adult and sex industry. FabScout Entertainment, a major player in the gay adult industry based right here in South Florida, held an on-site vaccination clinic for its workers and staff. President Howard Andrew said, quote, "I want to help talent, crew, and other colleagues by making it easy to get the vaccine." And vaccines are hard to come by. Appointments are often all booked up within an hour of going online. The government just ordered another 750,000 doses. You can read more on my look at this growing health crisis on stands tomorrow and online now at SFGN. And, in part of my reporting for this story, I talked with Dr. Zachary Henry, and he is a doctor for AHF North Point Clinic up in Fort Lauderdale around Imperial Point. And I talked with him 2 days after he saw his first case, and this was right before Pride. He saw the first case, treated it, got vaccinated himself because he was coming in contact. At one point over the last 6 weeks, he was seeing 6 or 7 patients in a day, just him, and still sees, he says, on average about 3 a day for this one practice. So this is a growing thing, and you see a lot of writing about it online, but no one is really talking about it.
And to that point, and that's what's really interesting about your story, John. And in the interviews and doing this reporting in South Florida Gay News, on stands now, is why is monkeypox? It's a big story, but it's not a big story. Why is it not a big story?
I think everything right now and for years to come will be judged against COVID.
And nothing's that big.
Yeah, I mean, COVID was something that I could literally transmit to you, who are just across the table from me. Yeah. This is not like that. It has to be prolonged. It has to be intimate, and it's not particularly deadly. I think the mortality rate is 3%, and most of those come from people with secondary or underlying medical conditions. So it's not horrible, but it's bad.
Yeah.
And if we let it get out of control, it can get worse.
And can we give kudos to FabScout for what they're doing for their employees? That is just fantastic on their effort to do that.
And so many sex workers have spoken out. I have to say, it's been kind of incredible to watch sex workers come out and really protest of a lot of the government's non-response. So thank you for the great work you're doing, Con. It's really important. And I was lucky. My softball team. I keep talking about softball. I swear it's not all I do. But like,
are you a lesbian now?
I am. I've always been. But we got a note, like there's a few, appointments available, and all of us signed up right away, and we were able to. But we're lucky. Like, that is, in South Florida, we've been one of the kind of communities that has, even though very difficult to get, in other parts of the country, they're not getting it at all. Yeah. My friends in Ohio, my friends and I have some friends in Wisconsin who are telling me that it's been impossible for them to get anything.
Yeah. Well, 6% of nationwide cases are here in Broward and Miami-Dade. Yeah. 6%.
Of the entire country.
Of the entire
But people
country.
travel.
Okay,
and
yeah, of course. But also understand that it's just not limited to gay boys.
Right.
It's not just gay and bisexual men. And I hate that they keep on saying that, because other people can get it. There's kids with it now. There's women with it. I mean, it's not just a gay man.
Oh, and it rings of the homophobia of the AIDS crisis.
100%.
Completely.
And DeSantis today said he would not call a state of emergency.
But Newsom did in California.
Newsom did, yeah.
Well,
yeah, I know, that's right.
The contrast of different coasts is what that is. The one thing that I do want to say, and it reminded me when I read John's story in SFGN, when I read that FabScout and specifically Howard Andrew had done this, you know what my reaction was? No surprise at all. And I just want to say we connect the dots between monkeypox and the pandemic. Howard, Andrew, and FabScout organized for weeks and months at a time food distribution programs in Wilton Manors, and for people that were in great need for food during especially the early and intermediate days of the pandemic. Yeah. And many, I worked several of them where I'm just distributing food. Just tell me what to do, and I'll just do whatever you tell me to do. And many porn stars, sex workers, came because they needed food, because they were in an environment where their job had stopped. And Howard Andrew and FabScout stepped in to say, wait, we should respect everyone and all people, and they have needs and services that should be provided to them. And so when I saw that he had done this at FabScout, and he did not help in supporting the inoculation of just sex workers, other people in the community were able to take advantage of it. And my reaction is, well, this is incredibly ordinary, because that's what FabScout was, and that's who Howard Andrew is. Our entire community is grateful to you, brought to light by this SFGN story.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.